Hi, I'm Jasmine, the sequel, and I'm not relatable. So, I actually have a video today that was originally supposed to be a 2-for-1. It was Foodie Beauty's beef stir fry video, and I was gonna do her live with it. But unfortunately, I had a lot to say about her beef stir fry video, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to keep the live on a separate one. That'll probably be short, like 15 minutes at the most, I think. And quick update, channel update, I guess. I got a mic. You could probably see it, it's attached right here. Let me know if this thing's sound quality is better than before. I am hoping that it helps a little bit with the audio. I know a couple people here and there have mentioned it. The camera quality, unfortunately, is not something I can do very much about right now. I'm hoping to fix it in the future, but until then, I hope at least the audio quality will be better. All right, let's get into the video.
Let's do them now.
You can cut it out, Chantal. It's not cute, it's not quirky. It's irritating, and more importantly, it makes you look extremely lazy. Just cut it out. Cut all of that out.
Hey guys, hey, how are you? Before we eat, I have some things to announce here. All right, first we have another family member, right?
Given her general preoccupation with food, I'm not even surprised that she considers the jelly bean dispenser to be an actual family member.
We have a Jelly Belly dispenser. Yes.
Jelly Bellies as a friggin' family member.
I'm with you, Pete's.
I think this is buttered popcorn. There it is.
Family member.
Don't disrespect your new sibling.
Chantal loves to claim that she doesn't watch any reaction channels, but if you have watched reaction channels, you would know that a lot of them have been saying the same thing, myself included. I think I've made a comment about it in the past, which is that the way that Pete's and Chantal interact with each other looks more like a mother and son than it does anything else. And that dynamic's a little weird, right? And a lot of reaction channels have mentioned that. So I find it really funny that she chose to also bring it up. We all know that Chantal watches anything put out about her. I'm just surprised that she'd be so obvious about it.
Oh, so you're the mother in this household.
That's right.
It's true, you do all the cooking, cleaning, so that's fair.
Honestly, this kind of reminds me of that running skit in The Big Bang Theory, where it's like implied heavily that Bernadette is turning into Howard's mom, kind of, like her attitude is very similar. And this reminds me a lot of that, except it's real life. I was going to say that except it's not funny, but The Big Bang Theory was not funny either, so.
All right. So, I have some new pickles to try from Glorious Gherkin. All right, so here we go. The first one I'm going to try is sour green apple. Woo. Sour, pickle sour with a green apple hint.
You know, that was a really kind of sexist thing to say for somebody who makes a stake to like wokeness. I'm surprised to hear that come out of Pete's mouth. Really? The sour green apples tasted like sour green apples? Who would have thunk it? Once more, I stand behind my discount foodie, moniker. I think that is a name that suits her a lot more than Foodie Beauty, because my God, that is a terrible food review.
So we have a beef ginger stir fry. Very simple. Where's my fork?
Oh.
I forgot my fork. Did I?
Yep, you did.
I'm gonna cut the rest of her pickle reviews out, mostly because A, I'm not interested in it, but B, they are not very illuminating. Basically, if you read what the name of each individual flavor is, you will have a pretty good idea of what Chantal said about it. birthday cake one. Ooh, it tastes like a birthday cake. Everything is kind of just like that.
Fantastic production values we've got here.
He's not wrong.
Hey, if you ever want to eat another stir fry, I'll can it.
We're so prepared.
Good. Pete isn't your servant. I'm glad that she got up off her butt and actually went to go grab the fork. This has happened before where she's needed stuff and like Pete was just running around doing errands for her. I really dislike that. Plus, I mean, this is a good way for her to burn a few calories, so.
Boom! All right. Move. I'm just joking. All right. I have these mini spring rolls, which will be my favorite part of the meal.
She said that this is homemade, but those are looking a little frozen. You know, like the spring rolls have that look of like pre-packaged frozen stuff, like P.F. Chang's whatever line that they put out, right? Is it just me? Am I just not giving her enough credit here?
These are just from the freezer.
So when I'm right, I am right. So they are frozen and they really do look it. Chantal loves food that's made by people who do not care about the state of her arteries. Though I will say the amount in which she's eating is a little bit more surprising. That looks like half a dozen spring rolls on her plate. I think that's like the whole package. That's a lot. Those are probably like 1,000 calories. I haven't looked it up. I'll put the calories up on the screen, but like that looks like the kind of thing that would have a ton of calories in it. You know, it occurs to me right now that given the volume in which she tends to eat, she would probably save so much money if she shopped at Costco, like more frequently. I know she's, I think, been once or twice before. And on the one hand, I want her to save money. Like I said, fairy god accountant. But on the other hand, I don't know if it would be a good idea for her to do so just because I don't want to give her an excuse to buy like a 50-piece package of, I don't know, frozen taquitos or something and then inhale them all over the weekend when she's just feeling like it, you know? The stir fry though looks pretty good. I would add more veggies to it, but that's just me, you know? I like different textures in my food, and the more vegetables there are in a stir fry, the more textures there will be. And I really appreciate that. I don't like soft food. I hate soft food. So
You need salt?
No, the problem was this piece of beef.
Oh.
It's like in half, so.
If you want some napkins.
why don't you guys have knives? I'm not the kind of person who believes that manners can only happen in people when they're using a knife and a fork, because there are a ton of cultures out there that use their hands to eat, and honestly, they do it with poise and they do it with grace, and I've seen it. It's really cool. I don't think Pete and Chantal are one of those people who can actually pull it off, and more importantly, they let their cats on the counter. The cats are on the counter all the time. The cats walk around, they pet their cats, they touch their cats, and cats are inherently gross. Once more, my parents have a malicious little cat, and it's not a clean creature, right? That's why my parents' cat isn't allowed on any of the furniture. They don't allow it even in the kitchen, really. And they don't touch it and then immediately go eat their food. That's how I feel like it would devolve for Chantal and for Pete. And there's something to be said for practicality, you know? A fork would just make it a little bit easier for them to eat. When you have got big chunks of meat and vegetables and they're not, you know, gonna fit easily into your face, it's polite. Also, Chantal handing Pete a napkin is just...
Yeah, because I dropped a little bit of the rice. I'm a slob, my apologies.
So am I.
But you don't apologize for it. You own it.
You did.
Okay, I've noticed this before, and it is starting to wear on me a little bit now. Pete does apologizing for Chantal a lot. I mean, like, a lot. Racism, she has Pete on, and Pete says, I'm sorry, you know? He says, not really I'm sorry in so many words, but essentially, he did all of the talking. He explained why racism is wrong, what microaggressions are, all of those things. You want to talk about burping on camera? That's also Pete's generally. I think she's done it once in his presence and he like apologized for her. I don't remember where exactly. And then farting, same thing. He apologizes for her. And I think that that's the reason why she has him on her channel so often. You know, he talks a lot more and that gives her filler content, but also he apologizes for her so she doesn't have to humble herself and do it.
So guys, I just thought we would have a, make something together. It's Saturday.
Yep, I even actually helped out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All this says to me is, look, mommy, I'm a big boy. I helped. I know, honey, you're a big boy. You did a good job. Now go play because mommy is busy.
I didn't film the cooking process. I apologize. I know a lot of you like that. I will try to do better with that in the future. The problem is my phone wasn't charged enough to film the whole process.
You didn't film it because you're lazy. You know that, Chantel. That's why you didn't do it. You could have done it if you'd wanted to. You have enough equipment, I think. I can do it if I want to. It's not all that difficult. You just didn't want to. You didn't want to film it. You didn't want to go through the hassle of setting things up. And then more importantly, I don't think you wanted to go back through it later and edit it. In a cooking vlog, you might even have to do stuff like add music to the background. Ooh, scary, scary, scary stuff, you know? The thought of work terrifies Chantel. That's why she didn't record it. It's not because her phone didn't have enough battery power or whatever nonsense it is she's saying. More importantly, she makes enough money that she should have invested in a camera. The only reason I don't have a camera is because my channel isn't monetized. The moment it becomes monetized, even if I've made no money, I'm going to invest in a nice camera. She can do that. If she just put a little bit of money aside and rather than investing it into food, she invested it in equipment, it would go such a long way. She doesn't want to do that because that's also more work, right? The more stuff you have, the more work you have to do. It's just easier to record on your phone.
I mean, you've seen me make a stir fry before, so I didn't want to bore you either.
This is your job, Chantel. Invest some of your mukbanging money and buy yourself a decent camera. It doesn't have to cost thousands of dollars. There are wonderful cameras out there that you can get for like $300, $400 even. And for someone who makes as much money as you, it shouldn't be that big of a job. It shouldn't be this hard. Secondarily, stop rationalizing why you chose to be lazy. That's all you're doing. Everyone can see right through it.
Follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be posting some spooktacular photos in the coming month. I have some costumes on.
She's saying that she's got a lot of lovely Instagram pictures up, and I really hope it's because she's taken the photographer that she mentioned the last time up on his offer and she's gotten some nice pictures taken, though I have a feeling that's not it at all. I don't think Chantel feels comfortable enough to have that many pictures of her taken by someone who will maybe not frame her the way that she wants, which is from here to here and from an angle somewhere over here so that she can hide all of her extra chins. Sorry if that covered up my mic a little. And yay! Costumed foodie. I like Chantel in costumes because it shows a level of effort. It's not a lot of effort, mind you, but I feel like in Chantel's case, anything is better than none, which is kind of what she's giving us right now.
In a way. So, this is going to be my last video. I will be back October 1st. I have a lot to do to prepare some things, and I just have a lot to do in my personal life to get straightened out, and I just need some time.
I wonder if it's the health stuff that she has to take care of this week, because she had mentioned, I think in her HomeSense haul, that she had a bone density scan coming up, and I don't think we got an update on that. Or no, I think in the HomeSense video, she'd mentioned that she wanted to reschedule everything. And then in her live, she'd mentioned that she had a bone density scan coming up. So was that the personal thing that she rescheduled? I don't know. If anyone knows, please do leave it down below. I try and keep up with Twitter as much as I can, but I have a full-time job and sometimes I'm just not able.
I just want to make sure that I'm ready and nothing will interfere, you know?
Chantel's biggest problem is not her lack of planning, it's her lack of follow-through. No amount of planning is going to help her because she doesn't have any follow-through. And the reason she doesn't have any follow-through is because she doesn't have any understanding of who she is fundamentally as a person. Chantel thinks that she is indecisive, when in reality, she is impulsive. And she lacks a lot of self-awareness. This is something that can be solved by, I don't know, self-actualizing, reading books, doing a lot of internal work. And you know what would help with that? A good therapist. I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face. Get a therapist, Chantel, and then see them more than once and do what they tell you.
Stir fry is good. I think it could have a bit more flavor. The sauce is just soy sauce, beef broth, and cornstarch. But I put onion, red pepper, ginger, like fresh ginger and garlic.
So it's not like bad for a basic stir fry. If you really want to follow her recipe and like liven it up a little, I would say add like a little splash of orange juice in there. The citrus and the sweetness will help balance out some of that saltiness. Maybe throw in something green in there to liven it up a little. You know, green onions, snap peas, broccoli would be good. And then maybe something for texture. I told you before, don't like soft food at all. So like water chestnuts would be great in there because they're really crunchy, or you can top it with like roasted sesame seeds or roasted peanuts. Those would, I think, would also go pretty well. Maybe not the peanuts though if you're doing the orange juice. Do one or the other. And I stand behind my comments from before. I think that shirt does look a lot like a couch. I don't like that pattern. I just don't like it. And I know I say that as I sit here in floral, but you know, what can I say? I'm mercurial. I will say the color suits her a lot, especially with her makeup done and that lip color. Looks very pretty on her.
I think I prefer the chicken stir fry.
I still like beef more, but
Yeah.
I think a chicken stir fry generally tends to be better than a beef stir fry. That's just because I feel like beef gets really stringy when you stir fry it. And also chicken doesn't have a lot of like base flavor, I feel. And you can add spices and stuff to it to really get chicken to absorb all that flavor. So you get a lot more like a flavor punch from that. My personal favorite, tofu is number one, followed very closely second by shrimp. I love a good seafood stir fry.
We need to find something mutual to watch together to spend some time, but we both have very different tastes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not into horror or true crime or bad reality TV.
They need to spend less time together. Chantel's having a real negative impact on Pete's health. He's gained a significant amount of weight. You know, I know all the old people say it, so as an old person, I too will say it. You are the company you keep. Chantel hanging out with Pete's this much, them going out together, them living together, I have a bad feeling that his health is also going to decline. Other than being her ex, her friend, her roommate, her caretaker, he has never done anything to deserve that. And I think it would be a real shame if and when they stop living together, that he too suffers the long-term health consequences of what is essentially Chantel's decisions.
Have another zit.
A junk food diet can have a pretty negative impact on your skin. If I can find information, I'll throw it up on the screen, but the high levels of sodium and fat and sugars in them can actually cause you to have a lot of acne breakout. And not 100% sure if this is true. I think it is, but a lot of the chicken that they use, the meats that they use, don't tend to be of the highest quality. So it's like meat that's pumped full of hormones. That can also lead to essentially acne hormonal breakouts all over your face and on your back sometimes too.
Eating parts of your new boy.
My only son. That one was, I don't know, it was pink. And this one's orange. They need to put more juicy pear and buttered popcorn. Those are my favorite.
Jelly beans are gross. And yes, I will fight you if you want to fight me on this, because you are wrong and I will win.
My hair is fried. I put hairspray in it and it makes it look fried. I'm gonna do a sexy body reveal video.
Okay then.
Yeah, women do that, the sexy body reveal. Well, get ready.
All right.
if you wash your hair more, Chantel, I guarantee you that the dry shampoo will not do that. When you use dry shampoo in your hair, you use it right at your roots, right? And it'll spread downwards a little bit. But if your hair hasn't been washed in a while, what will end up happening is that the roots will get the dry shampoo in it, but they don't have any of the moisture that your scalp has, and it'll just get drier and drier. And that's why they look like all dried up and frizzy and awful. I'm putting this challenge out there that if Chantel does a sexy body reveal, and what I mean by sexy body reveal is that I want her to watch another YouTuber who's done it and mimic them exactly. Like the coming out of the ocean in a bathing suit, the, you know, posing sexily against a wall, the professional photographer. If she does that and she puts those pictures up online, I will come on camera, I will do a live, and I will eat an entire candle like an apple. If she does it, I will do it. I promise.
I bought these magnetic lashes, and the brand I think is Magnetic. It was on Amazon. First time trying them.
Ooh, Amazon.
Yeah, but they're like really, really... You pig!
Timestamp 22 minutes and 23 seconds.
Might not be that one.
Oh, right, that's true. So yeah, there's timestamp that.
Gross. That's all I have to say. I like genuinely lost respect for you, Pete's.
I'm probably gonna lose subscribers for farting on camera.
I mean, for every subscriber you lose, you'll get 3 more who have it as their fetish.
Yeah, no emails, please, about wanting farts. I'm not taking any requests.
Wait, why did Chantel just say that she'll get demonetized because of her fart? Wasn't that Pete's? Wait, was that not Pete's? And she just blamed him? Rude! Up until this point, I had genuinely assumed that while Chantel's audience had a good number of feeders in them, this wasn't a purposeful choice on her part, that they just sort of happened to be there and that she wasn't actually catering to them. She was catering to the people who wanted to come for her quote-unquote personality, right? Now, not so much, because there have been some instances, I think I was watching Milk Tea Reacts, who pointed out that she had done this whole burping thing where she burped right before ending the video, and she'd done it for quite a few videos in a row. And now I kind of feel like the farting thing, now the farting on camera, and she mentions that please nobody send any more requests, it makes me kind of feel like she's doing it on purpose and she's doing it because she's getting paid, which I hope so, because if you're debasing yourself on camera, get paid, girl. That doesn't mean it's not gross. I still think it's incredibly gross. It just is. Chantel likes to pretend to be a fancy lady, but then she farts on camera, and then she's surprised that people won't believe her that she's a fancy lady. I don't know what you want, girl. She is doing this on purpose. I am sorry if I expressed doubt about that before. And I'm sorry to everyone that I doubted when they said this. I gave Chantel too much credit, and I'm always gonna be regretful of that. Once more, might as well just put a little red clown nose on me, because that's what I feel like, a sad clown.
Oh! I ordered some more Imodium. It's coming.
For those who don't know, Imodium is for, shall we say, stomach problems. It's only a band-aid on a larger solution because Chantel doesn't have a gallbladder, so she shouldn't be eating this garbage. She can't really digest it. Unfortunately, Chantel doesn't know what's best for her, so she will continue to eat this garbage, continue to make herself feel sick, and then she'll down Imodium. Imodium, of course, has a bunch of other side effects. I'll list a few on the screen. I don't understand why she does this to herself. I genuinely don't get it. You can't possibly feel good, Chantel. This has to feel awful. More importantly, the Imodium is not really fixing her problem, it's just mitigating the side effects. The damage that she's probably incurring to her system is always gonna be there. And once you get past a certain age, that damage is not self-repairing. You're not just gonna magically get better.
All right, so I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys October 1st. List your suggestions for some in between. I have some empty gaps on my calendar. Let me know your preference of things you want to see, and I'll try to accommodate. We're not going to do Ouija board because
it's dumb.
No, I don't want any demonic spirits in here. I don't want any. Haven't you seen Insidious? Do you want to go in to be pulled into the other by a demon? I'm not going to go get you.
I mean, the way this year's going, give me a month and a half and we'll see how how the others looking at a month and a half from now.
You know what, Pete's? Fair enough. Okay, well, that was the video. I'm glad she's looking a little bit better in terms of her spirits. She seems happier in this video. I don't know how much of that is just pretend for the camera, but still, I'm glad that she looks better. You guys know I was kind of worried about her after the whole Popeyes fiasco. That said, it was gross and I had a hard time watching it, and I want to go take a shower now. So I'm gonna go get clean. Remember, I'm Jasmine the sequel, and I am not relatable. Peace.